Hey,
Hello.
how are you, Jeff?
Outstanding. And yourself, Anne?
Oh, great, thank you. I'm so glad that we get to meet again today. We've been able to communicate a little bit through the past weeks about our interesting schedule working as online teachers.
That's one way to describe it.
Yes. So remind me, where are you located?
Basically Vancouver. It's Metro Vancouver, a small city called Langley, just on the outskirts of Vancouver.
Okay, nice. I'm from Canada myself,
Yeah.
but I recently moved to Baja California in Mexico. And one of my main questions before coming here was Pacific time zone. Is it workable? I was a little anxious about finding the right balance with the sleeping schedule. So I would really like to hear what yours looks like.
I would say on a good day, I'm in bed by 8 p.m.
Okay.
and the 6 p.m. class in Beijing is 2 a.m. here, so I'm up at 1. So 8 to
Mhm.
1, 5 hours. I'd love to get more, but I've got a couple boys and helping with the homework and family stuff. So, what about you? How's your sleep schedule?
My goal is to sleep 6 to 7 hours a night. So I try my best to go to bed around 6 p.m. and then the rest of the year at 7 or 8 p.m. And then once in a while, I'll have what I call a reset nap. So I will pass out on my bed for 2 to 3 hours in the afternoon to get back some of those hours that
We're
I
stolen.
lost. Yes. Because obviously this is the best case scenario, but sometimes I do go to bed later. Are
Mhm.
you able to nap throughout the day?
The naps are crucial. I do try to nap. I've got another online teaching job that starts at 7:30 my time. So we're done with Wales English at 5 and then 7:30 to 10:30 I'm teaching. As a teacher, you're stuck in teacher mode and you
Mm-hmm.
can't turn that off so quickly.
Mm-mm.
So I usually wait until the second run of classes is done, lay down around 11, try to grab a couple hours sleep. And it often works. I'm really impressed you could ever get to bed so early. Any tips or tricks? Maybe I can try them.
Yes, well, it's been a learning curve to say the least. I try to create a routine to calm my body and my mind. Usually, I'll have herbal tea, and also, whether I'm at home or traveling, I'm always carrying my lavender oil. I feel like that really relaxes me and prepares me for sleep.
I would like to say I do yoga, but often I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not one of those people that actually does yoga, but I do
Mm.
the cobra pose.
Oh.
It's back stretching.
Mhm.
It relaxes your upper body. You feel this kind of glow of warmth wash over your body. But if that doesn't work, or even if it does work, there's also a breathing exercise. It's
Mm.
really cool. I learned about it a few years back. It's called 4-7-8. You breathe in rather quickly, 4 seconds, and then you hold it for 7 seconds, and then you exhale quite slowly. You spend 8 seconds exhaling. I don't know, it's almost magical. As the air is
Mhm.
coming out, you can feel your heartbeat boom, 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 slowing down.
Sure.
And just that feeling just makes the pillow so much softer and just puts your mind really at ease.
I also think that it's important to control your sleeping environment as much as possible. So I try to keep my bedroom only for sleeping. This way, it's easier for my brain to switch off and to fall asleep once I'm in bed. Also, light has a great impact on me, whether it makes me feel sleepy or energized. So I have blackout curtains in my bedroom. So that really helps me to get in the mood to fall asleep.
I wear earplugs every night, and I found this great white noise app
Mm.
on my phone that just it's too bad that we have to put so much thought into sleep when some people can just drop on the bed and boom,
Yes.
they're out. But you have to do what you have to do. You have to do whatever achieves your goal. So
How do you get yourself out of bed in the morning?
I don't even know what my alarm sounds like half the time. It's just 5 minutes or so before my eyes open. It's like this little biological annoying biological clock when it goes off too early. 5 months ago is a little different. I really needed the pep talk.
Yes.
But yeah, I'm usually up and I turn the alarm off before it even sounds. So
yes, before coming here, I decided to invest in a few gadgets. Not sponsored, by the way, but I purchased on a website a wake-up light. Can program it for it to slowly light up half an hour before the alarm goes off. That helps to wake up more naturally.
yeah, it's your own personal sun rising in your room.
Exactly. And then once I move to the living room, then I turn on my luminotherapy box. I'm telling you, I'm like gadget power. For me, like I need to wake up an hour before my classes start. So this way, like I can read or watch videos and be ready to put on a show, basically.
You're the movie star. It's quite a routine you got there, Anne. And I am sponsored, so I'd like to give a quick shout out to cold water, because that's my savior in the morning. Yeah, that's the only thing. Just get in the bathroom, splash the cold water. Honestly, some days it takes a lot more cold water than other days. But then from the cold water down to the hot brown water, the magical teaching elixir called coffee.
Oh, yeah.
And that's my savior. It's if I didn't have that, I would be a complete zombie.
I tried letting go of coffee, but that was a fail. I was suffering so much and not liking life as much.
Not liking life. Great.
Are there any other tips that you find useful for teachers teaching Pacific time?
Well, for me and for a lot of people, they might just be teaching the 3, sometimes 4 hours in their morning. And beyond that, you've got to check homework, you've got to do lesson planning, we've got feedback to do. If you wait, it's like, oh, I have all this time in the afternoon, then you have to sort of come back into teacher mode and do this. And even as exuberant as we have to be in our classes, you kind of have to be that way when you're commenting on their homework. You've got to be that same teacher. So what I find is to do it maybe not immediately after class, but soon after class. So then you can sort of close the Wales book, go about your day, especially if you have a family. But I do miss eating with my family, but it is crucial not to eat too late and then try to just go and lay down, because you get that belly full of food, it's undigested, and that's going to affect your quality of sleep as well. So
I really appreciate that you agreed for this meeting. I hope that some of the tips that we exchanged today can be useful for other teachers that are teaching for Pacific time, or maybe candidates that are thinking about doing it, but the schedule doesn't look very enticing.
Yeah, they really shouldn't let that dissuade them. I mean, I find it scared me a little bit when I first moved from overseas, when I started with Wales and I was in Eastern time. And I used to think like, oh God, I have to wake up at 5.
Yes.
But you can make anything work. Like don't just look at the time and say, it's impossible for me because it's too early in the morning. Anything. I mean, look at us. And there's lots of others like us in Pacific time, and we make it work, and just requires a little bit of alteration of your daily schedule, and anything's possible.